Ever wondered what would happen if all the oxygen on Earth just vanished for 5 minutes? You might think I can hold my breath for a minute or two, so 5 minutes should be manageable, right? Well, the reality is far more catastrophic than just a worldwide breath-holding contest. In fact, humanity and the entire planet would face an instant apocalyptic scenario. Let's dive into the chaos that would unfold in those 300 seconds. First, let's get the obvious out of the way. Without oxygen, our bodies can't produce ATP, the energy currency of our cells. Every living cell would almost instantly die. But honestly, that would be the least of our worries, because the world around us would crumble first. Think about the sky. Why is it blue? It's because sunlight scatters off particles in the atmosphere, including oxygen molecules. Without oxygen, there's much less for the light to scatter off of. The sky would instantly turn black, like the dead of night, even in the middle of the day. Imagine the sun, a brilliant white orb hanging in a black starless void. It would be an incredibly eerie and terrifying sight. Simultaneously, you'd feel a sudden, intense pressure change in your ears. It would feel like instantly being transported from sea level to the top of a high mountain. That's because you lose about 21% of the air pressure around you in a split second. Our inner ears are sensitive to these changes, and they would rupture. So, along with sudden darkness, you'd also experience excruciating pain and immediate deafness. And what about all the fires? From your campfire to the internal combustion engine in your car, everything that burns needs oxygen. Without it, all combustion would stop instantly. Every plane in the sky would lose its engine power and start falling. Every car, truck, and bus running on a traditional engine would stall, causing unimaginable chaos on roads worldwide. But the real disaster lies in the very structure of our world. Oxygen isn't just in the air we breathe. It's a key component of many materials we rely on. Water H2O is 1/3 oxygen by atom count. Without that O, the hydrogen would turn into a gas. All the oceans, rivers, and lakes, every drop of water on the planet would vaporize instantly. The resulting hydrogen gas, being the lightest element, would rapidly expand and escape into space. The planet would become bone dry in a flash. It gets worse. Oxygen is also a critical binder for concrete. Think about our dams, our skyscrapers, our bridges, and our homes. Without oxygen, every single concrete structure would instantly crumble into dust. The Hoover Dam, the Burj Khalifa, the Great Wall of China, all gone. Our entire built environment would collapse into piles of rubble in the blink of an eye. The world's cities would cease to exist. And what about the Earth's crust itself? It's made up of about 45% oxygen, bound up in silica and other minerals. Without that oxygen holding everything together, the ground beneath our feet would lose its structural integrity. The crust would crack, crumble, and begin to collapse inward under its own weight. This would trigger massive planet-wide earthquakes and volcanic eruptions on a scale we can't even comprehend. The very ground would become a collapsing, molten hellscape. So, in the first few seconds of our 5-minute oxygen-free nightmare, the sky goes black, our ears rupture, engines fail, all water vanishes, every concrete building turns to dust, and the ground itself starts to disintegrate. Anything and anyone on the surface would be exposed to unfiltered solar radiation. Without the ozone layer, which is made of oxygen, the sun's UV rays would scorch the surface, instantly frying any organic matter that hadn't already been destroyed by the other calamities. By the time the 5 minutes were up and oxygen miraculously returned, there would be nothing left to save. There would be no atmosphere to hold it, no water for it to dissolve in, and no life to breathe it. The Earth would be a barren, shattered rock floating silently in a black sky. So the next time you take a deep, refreshing breath, take a moment to appreciate the humble oxygen molecule. It's not just keeping you alive from one moment to the next. It's holding our entire world together. The thin layer of gas we call our atmosphere is the only thing standing between our vibrant, living planet and utter, instantaneous annihilation. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this cosmic thought experiment, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-bending scenarios. Stay curious.